So there are arthritis gloves that are very, I would say, practical. It does a job and is fantastic. Perfect. However, I'll just leave this here. However, there are other arthritis gloves that has these little grips that it's easy for us to really use throughout the day. So I have arthritis in the hand, specifically the fingers, and it would be swollen in the morning, and it would just be super painful, etc. So I will use these gloves for going to sleep, and in some cases I use it throughout the day, and I'll show you what it looks like. So no surprises, right? These are just gloves, but what's great about it is that it's compression gloves. So if it's tight, that's cool because it's really helping the blood flow when you're sleeping at night. So I'll just put on this also. This, oops. This is what it looks like here when you put the pairs on, right? So not only are they, fingerless in a certain extent. So it's great fingerless because little tip cut off, that's what it's meant. So having this exposure to the fingertips allows you to text, use your remote control, whatever it is. You can have that feel to it while you're wearing these gloves here. And before, when I say grip, so there's these little pop-up dots. That's great because you can hold stuff like this stuff, right? You can hold it and you can still maintain that grip or even have an extra strength, to a certain extent, of course, grip as well, because these are great. They provide friction. So when you're holding a bottle or holding whatever it is, it gives you that grip. So I have arthritis, and whatever, I would say devices or these great, I would say, materials that's out there, I tend to go and get it and just to try it out. And these are great gloves. And these gloves are meant for arthritis, carpal tunnel, rheumatoid arthritis, tendonitis, right? So they're really, really useful at night. And you're probably wondering, what is this all about? So as I mentioned, I have, arthritis in the fingers. And I know that this finger here always seems to be the most nuisance to me because it will be swollen. And when it's so swollen and when you're sleeping and when it's bent, right, it would send such a shock to me that I would just get woken up frequent and daily. So to prevent that from happening, I use these finger splints here, right? So it provides control, restriction from movement. And when I have joint problems here and it's providing restriction, it gives me a really good night of sleep because I'm not feeling pain because I can't move my joints. And this finger splint also provides some cushion too. So you're not really, your finger is not really against this aluminum metal here. It's mostly, provides some cushion here. So it's very somewhat comfortable. And if it's scratching so hard here, just move it up here, and you'll be fine. So adjust it to your liking and to your comfort level. But essentially, I put this on depending on which fingers I know will be the most, painful. So you just have to know your body. So what does it look like? So what is the intent of the finger splint plus these gloves? So for me, I use the double whammy approach of the gloves and the finger splints, and it looks like this. Yeah, it's not super cool or whatever. This is meant to be practical. So because I have arthritis for such a long time, I develop, or stumble upon different tactics that help me throughout the day or night. And this is super helpful, and it's not that super expensive either. You're not throwing anything away. This is not a one-time disposal thing. This is, you use it often and frequent depending on when it's triggered, when is it inflamed, etc. So remember also with these gloves, use it like it's any other piece of clothing. You can wash it, make sure to wash it Just treat it like any other piece of clothing. Wash it, care for it, etc. And I have obviously multiple. Just in case if anything happened, I can always have a backup pair going to sleep or just the regular daytime. And it's not that noticeable where, you can wear it out in public and people won't ask. But, at this stage in the game, it's more about practicality than anything else. So I hope this helped. It helps me a lot. And I just want to pass this, tips and tricks forward. All right, folks. See ya.